This week in the Spotlight, you know Alexi, and the translator, by the way, Ozzie Guillen Jr., an interesting cameo. Then you know that man, Tony La Russa. He brought the White Sox to the '83 title and did a lot more in his great managerial career. And then we go back to the 90s in Platteville, Wisconsin. Good God. Funny stuff. And how about some Blackhawks? We got it all this week on the Spotlight. Check out my website, benkowski.com, for my weekly article and up-to-the-minute trivia sites. From wherever Chicago's sports teams are making news, it's the 29th year of the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Sports Spotlight. They have tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and more. 108th and Kedzie. Lansing Floral Shop, open 8 a.m. daily. Custom silk flowers, Bridgewater candles, great flowers, 708-474-1212. A great floral shop, Lansing Floral. You've got to get to the Irish Legend. Great food, great drink, outdoor patio, great staff. Open 11 a.m. daily on Archer. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. You've got to get to Dr. Sherman Clay, chiropractor. Gentle adjusting. Most insurance accepted. Massage therapy, too. Walk-ins are welcome. Call 773-324-4325. That's HEAL. Dr. Sherman Clay. You've got to get to the Wise Owl at Van Buren and Racine. Pizzas, pork sliders, Cuban sandwiches, carrot soup, elote, burgers, tacos, salads, and more. Great cocktails and great bartenders. A tremendous array at the Wise Owl, Van Buren and Racine. See you there. You've got to get to Mad Anthony Sports Bar and Grill, 3350 West 47th Street. Serving La Coco's Pizza, always good. A wide variety of sandwiches and the full bar. And my trivia game every other Friday, starting at about 5:45. So good stuff at Mad Anthony. I'll see you over there. We'll have fun. We'll eat, drink, and play on a Friday, late afternoon, early evening. You're looking at Alexi Ramirez, a guy who has certainly come on gangbusters in the last 5 weeks or so, especially hitting-wise, but even defensively. And we wanted to find out a little bit why. We tried to talk to him a couple of times. Didn't have the translator. My Spanish is not quite good enough. So we got the guy we needed, Ozzie Guillen Jr., and caught up with the two of them. And here's exactly how that 2010 update went. Ozzie Guillen Jr. is going to help me out in our discussion with Alexi Ramirez. And first question I'd like to ask him is about his comfort level at this point in the season, especially defensively.
¿Cómo te sientes en este momento que te ves muy bien a la defensiva, que te sientes muy cómodo en la posición?
Siempre me he sentido bien, solo que no se había dado la oportunidad, pero estoy trabajando duro todos los días para estar como estoy ahorita.
The opportunities, been perfect. Just working hard every day, and yes, I do feel very comfortable short right now.
What effect, if any, has Omar Vizquel had either talking to him or playing alongside him that has helped him stabilize and start to make some of the great plays we're seeing?
Que si ha habido algún efecto o un efecto alguno jugar al lado de Omar Vizquel presentemente o inspirantemente.
No solo para mí, sino para todos los jugadores que juegan alrededor de Omar. Creo que es una inspiración. Se te obliga a no hacer errores, a ser como él seguro.
He's saying not only to him, but Omar's inspiring to everyone on the team. Having such a great legend on the team, you don't want to commit an error playing next to such a great player.
Is it too simple to say the weather's better now for hitting? One of the reasons that he's been so hot this past month, or are there other reasons that have contributed?
Que es simplemente decir que eres un mejor bateador en la temperatura caliente.
Creo que las cosas me han dado en ese ambiente. Creo que, como todo el mundo sabe, los primeros meses para mí son muy duros, pero estoy trabajando en base a eso.
saying everyone knows, historically, my last years in the White Sox, I haven't hit really good in the beginning of the season. I've hit really well during, the hot weather, so I guess, that's when I do my best.
What about having another great Cuban friend on the squad now? What effect is that having for him?
Ya has jugado ya con varios cubanos, pero ahora tienes un cubano joven. Tú eres ahora como decir, el líder de entre los cubanos en el equipo. ¿Cómo te sientes tener a Dayan al lado tuyo?
Creo que Dayan, es joven en comparación a la edad, pero es un muchacho que viene jugando pelota desde hace mucho tiempo. Creo que es un veterano igual que yo, que sabe lo mismo que hacer yo, jugar béisbol.
Saying Dayan, in age he's just younger than me, but in years playing baseball, I know he's been playing his whole life. So to me, he's just a veteran, and it's an honor to play next to another Cuban with the White Sox.
Can he liken this experience of being in first place to any other championship caliber teams he's been on?
Que tú has estado en otro equipo en el calibre de ser campeones. Que en este equipo ahorita en el primer lugar, ¿lo puedes comparar o se siente la misma sensación que se sentía en esos equipos ganadores que tú has sido parte?
Sí. El ambiente está, la cohesión, el ansia de ganar. Creo que estoy en un equipo ganador. Creo que lo hemos demostrado, hemos empezado mal, donde la gente no pensaba que íbamos a estar hasta aquí. Mira, aquí estamos.
He's saying the team has got the winning attitude. The team's anxious to win. And, no one thought they were going to be in it right now, Look, they're in first place, so he thinks the team does have it to win it all.
To wrap up, driving in runs, getting great hits, playing good D. About the only thing I could think of that maybe Alexi could do a little bit better in the last 2 months, steal a couple more bases.
Que has bateado muy bien, que has empujado carrera bastante bien, el guante está bastante bien. Básicamente el único número que está de por debajo para ser el mejor shortstop ahorita en las Grandes Ligas es el robo de base, que si eso está en ti o está en la jugada del juego.
Creo que está en mí y también está en cuando estoy jugando. Creo que hay que jugar conservador a veces, pero nada, creo que si viene, si no, bueno, trabajar en base a eso.
He's saying, you know what, stolen base is a hard thing because it depends on the situation of the game. Sometimes you don't want to be over aggressive, and it just depends how the game's going. So, they come, and, I'll try to take it back whenever I can.
Okay. Gracias. Gracias. We appreciate it. And by the way, speaking of doing a lifelong of this, Ozzie Guillen Jr. has been on my show since approximately 1990 when he was that big.
Nice to see you.
You've got to get to Lansing Floral Shop. Open at 8 a.m. daily. Besides a great array of live flowers, they have custom silks, Bridgewater candles. They want you to plan your parties early on a wide delivery area. They're located at 3420 Ridge Road in Lansing, or you can call 708-474-1212. Weddings, funerals, birthdays, anniversaries, and guys, try the No Reason flower. Believe me, it works. Lansing Floral Shop. Give them a call, 708-474-1212. Kim G. Sherman, psychotherapist, Desplaines Wellness Center. Therapy for individuals, couples, families. Call 847-962-4849. I've known Kim for over 20 years. She is a true professional, and she will help you. Give her a call. Family Dentist, Lawrence Ferland, DDS, 109th and Kedzie, crowns, veneers, cleanings, improving your smile. They do a great job. Call 773-233-7044. Excellent work, impeccable. Call the Family Dentist, 773-233-7044. They did a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. You've got to get to Shelton Fireworks, the world's largest warehouse, off Interstate 94, exit 22B in Porter, Indiana. Row after row of the best fireworks anywhere, from the little ones to the grand finales that'll end your show. Birthdays, anniversaries, graduations, in addition to the 4th of July. Just get over there to Shelton Fireworks now. Then you can reload by the time summer comes. Shelton Fireworks, I-94, exit 22B in Portage. We're back in the spotlight, and we're talking to a man very familiar to Chicago fans and to all my radio fans and TV fans. Of course, it's Tony La Russa. And Tony, your club is hitting on all cylinders. A lot of people thought that maybe when Mark went down, there'd be a little bit of a power outage, but you've been pounding the baseball against the White Sox.
Well, it's always what you do next, so we'll see what happens in the last game of the series. But Walt Jockey's done a terrific job of giving us a deep roster, and the whole first half, we played most of the time without somebody, but we have quality people that step in. We're just hoping when we get down to the nitty-gritty that we'll be able to put our team on the field and get everybody healthy then.
You know, I was talking to the White Sox and have all year, which is part of my job, of course, and they have a young team with a low payroll for the most part, and a lot of people who are just very eager, and that seems to give them a great clubhouse chemistry. You seem to have some pretty excellent chemistry on this club. How do you characterize it?
Well, we have a nice balance. You know, we really have some young guys with a lot of enthusiasm, got a lot of career ahead of them. We have some guys right in the prime, and then we have some quality veterans like Eric Davis and Sean Dunston, Mark McGuire. I mean, these guys have been through the wars, and they're really good people. So the guys really enjoy themselves, enjoy each other's company. You know, I've been reading about the White Sox, and it's good to see it. I'm really pulling for them. But we have a similar situation where guys really like to be together, except there's difference in ages.
You know, one guy who I got to know, and I'm continuing to be amazed at his success, is Sean Dunston. And he always had the raw tools, but he never seemed to be able to harness his speed and his power hitting. And you move him around like a chess piece. Where did you get the idea that you could go from position to position with him so successfully as you have?
Well, it's just, you know, later in his career. I mean, if this was early in his career, I wouldn't be doing it. But, you know, now he understands his role on this team. It really is to be ready to do whatever. He comes off the bench. He plays different positions, and the only thing we try to talk to him the last couple of years is to have some fun with the outfield play. You know, if you're an infielder, going to the outfield it can be a lot of fun, especially for Sean because he's still got terrific legs and terrific arm. So yeah, he goes out there and you know, all you got to do is catch fly balls, and you know, and I just think that when you get later in your career, sometimes when you have responsibility to play different positions, it keeps you fresh.
Yeah, well, it's certainly working. As you look to the last 70 games or so, what do you want to keep doing? What would you like to fine-tune on your club to keep your club rolling toward a first-place finish?
Well, we make sure we don't start patting ourselves on the back too soon. You know, I mean, everything's in front of you, and you can't ever disrespect the game and the competition. I mean, it isn't, you know, we've got a nice start on it. We've been playing good. So what we got to do is just keep it simple. You know, with the series we're playing, we try to make it the most important of the year. We try to make sure the other club doesn't have more effort than we do, and then in the end, it comes down to who plays the best. I mean, baseball is meant to be played right. You know, you make pitches, you have good at bats, you make key plays, you don't play crazy. So we try to do those things.
It sounds simple, but it isn't that simple, is it?
It is when you got good players. It makes it easier.
Well, we'll be looking for you and the White Sox maybe in a fall classic. I think a lot of people in Chicagoland would love to see that. You certainly have your fans showing the ability to come up here, and we'll be looking for that in a couple of months to come. With a 30-year Southwest Side tradition, Huck Finn is open 24 hours to serve you with great breakfasts like the Becky Thatcher, soups, great lunches, 1/3 pound burgers, clubs, and much more. Dinners from seafood to steaks to pasta, great donuts, and ice creams. With 3 locations at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero. Stop in today. You know Huck Finn is open. Go play at Red Shoes Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski in Alsip, featuring 16 Brunswick Gold Crown pool tables, drop fluorescent lighting fixtures, and a fabulous grade of cloth. Call 708-388-3700. And now video gaming is available at Red Shoes from open till close. And don't forget the Illinois Lottery, too. That's Red Shoe Billiards, 12009 South Pulaski. You've got to get to the Sock Live Benkowski Trivia, alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great game, great people. Check out the Sock. I think you'll be glad you did when you go to my trivia game every other Thursday. 8 p.m., 93rd and Roberts Road. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie does tune-ups, transmission, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes, and emission system repair. They're open Monday through Friday from 8 a.m. to 6 p.m., and they've done a great job for me. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie. You've got to get to Papa Joe's new location, 5900 West 111th Street. Italian beef, tetrazzini, great pizza, Parmesan, ravioli, and more. All my classic choices. New location, and they can still deliver into the city. Get to Papa Joe's.
Welcome to another edition of the Benkowski Sports Spotlight. We are at a very lively Slammers at 6010 South Cass Avenue in Westmont. And along with Chris Chelios of the Blackhawks, a wild time. The discussion of hockey will be coming up very specifically shortly in the program. But first, as we hit the air, there are some interesting hockey games to talk about. Those games feature the New York Islanders, the Boston Bruins, and the San Jose Sharks. We start our coverage with Valerie Jarstad.
Well, they say a tie is like kissing your sister, and if that's the case, the Blackhawks better hope they have enough sisters to go around, having tied 4 out of their last 6 games at home. But the Hawks did use this opportunity to get closer to a couple of records. One good, one not so good.
Jeremy Roenick, seen setting up Steve Larmer here, scored his 48th and 49th. And Mike Peluso got within striking distance of the Hawks' all-time penalty record. But we talked to Steve Thomas, the ex-Hawk, about the upcoming players' strike.
Yeah, we voted unanimously, and if worst comes to worst, we'll be right there with a whole lot of other teams willing to strike to get what we want.
And what is your feeling personally about that?
Personally, I think it has to be a collective thing where everyone has to think in the same direction, and I mean it's a unanimous decision here, and everyone's backing what Bob Goodenhou's doing, and you know, it's just one of those things that has to be done.
Hawks veteran Steve Larmer, who's played 789 consecutive games, addressed the issue of playoff dollars. How much does that matter in this situation?
Well, that's one of the big issues, is the extra change, and for us to, you know, hopefully there won't be a strike or whatever, and things will get resolved. But I don't think it's going to hurt the players too much to miss the playoffs.
But it didn't distract the Hawks enough to stop them from beating Boston twice. Here, Rob Brown puts them ahead 1-0 on Sunday afternoon's matinee. And then Larmer himself, on some beautiful power play passing, slams it in. 2-0 Hawks. Brian Noonan, you haven't heard from him in a while, but he can still shoot and score. 3-0 Blackhawks. And Jeremy Roenick, Kansas' 51st of the season, right in the right spot. And we chose to talk to Mike Peluso, the new Hawk penalty king.
It's just part of the game, and I'd rather have Byers or anyone else come after me and go after Roenick or Larmer. I mean, let us do the dirty work and let them guys play. I mean, if games are going to be that way, then that's the way it should be.
Do you sense when the fans start cheering each time you hit the ice, looking for action?
It's funny because the organist usually plays the Godfather theme, and sometimes he starts the song before I even get into an altercation. So whenever I hear him going, I know something's up and the team needs a little spark. But I don't know. I just try to meet every challenge, and I think I've done really well this year in that department.
Yeah, I'm very confident. The puck just seems to come to me in the right places. You know, my teammates are playing fantastic with me. They're getting the puck to certain situations that are creating good goal-scoring chances, and you know, I'm very positive right now, and things are going well for me, and they're going well for the team. So I just hope the trend continues.
Your coach calls you the player of the 90s. How do you react to that?
I don't know. No comment.
Better than being player of the 80s, isn't it?
What's that?
Better than being player of the 80s.
That's right. I think everybody knows a player of the 80s, but
you know, last year we didn't have such a, a very good first round. You know, everyone's going to remember that negative thought, and this year we're going to try and peak at the right time and go right through the playoffs and take it one game at a time.
Eddie, what do these 2 games against the Bruins mean? I mean, certainly they're just 2 wins by themselves, but it would seem as a sort of an indicator that your club is very serious right now.
Well, anytime you play a real strong game against a top club like Boston, it's going to build our confidence, and that tells us that if we play that same type of game, we can play with the top teams in the league.
Thank you, Edward. And speaking of goaltenders, we go to the Olympic hero, Ray LeBlanc, making his stadium debut. And Valerie Jarstad had a chance to talk to Ray after the victory.
Well, the Hawks organization fully expected Olympic hero Ray LeBlanc to come to the stadium and notch a victory here for them. And with some help from very improved defense, Ray LeBlanc did just that. The Hawks took the offensive and the lead early, with Dan Vincelette starting the attack on helpless Jeff Hackett. While on the other end, LeBlanc and crew easily held the other Sharks at bay. How did it help you specifically to have seen San Jose before you came into the stadium tonight?
It helped a lot, because I had 46 shots that one game, and it got me into a rhythm. I got kind of used to playing against their tough style of play, but that was earlier in the year, and every team changes a little bit as the year progresses and they get better. So it's after that, I had to wait for that first shot and see how they set up and stuff. After that, I felt pretty good again.
You know what the Hawks organization wanted out of you tonight. Did you get what you wanted from your debut here?
Yes, I played very well, and I got first start of the game, and I only let in one goal. And I did my job, and we got the win. That was important, and to see what happens from here.
You've got to get the Jacks. 3325 Ridge Road in Lansing. Trivia every Tuesday at 7 p.m. A very intense competitive game. Any of half a dozen teams can win. You've got to get to Oliver, 6100 West 159th Street for my live trivia. Alternate Wednesdays now at 7 p.m. It's a great place with great food and drink and fun. Get to Oliver's on a Wednesday. I'll see ya. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair at 108th and Kedzie is great. Tune-ups, transmissions, AC service, engine repair, tire repair, oil changes. They're open Monday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 6 p.m. They do a great job for me, and they'll do a great job for you. They're quick, and they don't charge an arm and a leg. Perfect Pitch Auto Repair, 108th and Kedzie. Trivia will be at the Sock. Alternate Thursdays at 8 p.m. 93rd and Roberts Road. Great food, great drink, great people. Everything great. You've got to get to Mad Anthony, a great sports bar and grill at 3350 West 47th Street. They serve Lococo's pizza, sandwiches in a full bar, and my trivia is every other Friday. Start about 5:45. Fun times at Mad Anthony. See you over there. Reggie's is a great place with tons of music, interesting people and staff, great food and drink at 21st and State. And amongst the cool things they have, Benkowski Trivia. All shows are now Monday at 6 p.m. Reggie's, 21st and State, a fun place.
Welcome to another edition of the Benkowski Sports Spotlight. We're in beautiful and steamy Platteville, Wisconsin, where the Bears train each year, and we follow every micro move they make. And this week, among other things in the Spotlight, we'll have action from their intra-squad game, where a couple of interesting rookies always seem to emerge. We'll also have some stuff from New Comiskey Park, and also the seniors golf in action. But first, the Bears against themselves. Mike Ditka looking good on the sidelines with those tennis socks. No tan lines there. Early in the game, James Rouse takes the handoff from P.T. Willis, and the big back, pretty elusive, breaks away for 10. Now here's something you don't see every day. Neil Anderson on the run, slammed by Fridge Perry. Be careful, that's your star running back there. Now here's a guy you're going to see a lot of. I'm sure he'll make the team. Number 81. That's Anthony Morgan, very fluid, very elusive. Watch for him. Now here's a guy who was a big hit in camp last year, big James Coley. He's got 5 kids, he's got to get the job. He gets the touchdown there. Now the kickoff followed rookie Chris Gardocki with some extra playing time with Kevin Butler missing. But you're going to see a weird play here as the ball gets stripped away from Joe Johnson, and Larry Horton picks it up. That helps him. A point for the defense, too, in the weird scoring. Brent Snyder was 12 for 12 in the day, and he hits Anthony Morgan here. Nice catch. Watch out for this guy, I'm telling you. Free agent fullback Sam Yaffa will be the recipient here, and he breaks away for a decent gain. Dante Jones with a nice tie-up there. Now watch this weird play. It's going to be a reverse to Johnny Bailey. You know him for his punt returning fame, but this play gets a little bit botched up, and I thought Dante Jones was very kind in not doing more of a body slam than he did there. Who's the coolest man on a hot summer day? The Fridge, of course. William holding up pretty well in the 100-degree heat. Speaking of the Fridge, while he occupies some blockers, Steve McMichael with the sack there. Don't hurt the guy in the red shirt. Paul Justin, the rookie from Arizona State, with a bad pass here, and it's picked off by James Lott, trying to earn a job in the defensive backfield. But Justin makes amends here with a little bit better of a pass, and Tom Waddle stretches out beyond the edge of your screen to make a fine catch as he battles for a wide receiver's job. Now the pass rush came in pretty hard here, and John Roper gets a little bit carried away, forgets about the big red jersey and slams the quarterback down, and Paul Justin says, I forgive you this time. Also, watch out for some really good plays from this man, Darren Lewis. Now, he weighs in at about 219 pounds, but he can turn the corner and direct traffic. Good move there. P.T. Willis, a mediocre game in my assessment. Here, David Tate almost kills the receiver. Hung out to dry there. That was Johnny Bailey. This is Caposo getting slammed by Ron Cox. And P.T. again throws into deep coverage, T-Zack style. And Anthony Morgan getting tossed around there by Charles Rowe, the rookie defender. Good defense here by James Lott as he defends the pass with a nice hit. But the defensive gem of the game, a pair of Notre Damers. Chris Zorich strips the ball, picked up by Mike Stonebreaker, and he takes it in for the score. And the defense playing very well at this point in the game. But watch this guy, Lewis. I'm telling you, this guy's no slouch. He wasn't pouting after getting the ball knocked away. He averaged about 6 yards a carry in this game. And later, he showed that ability to turn the corner. He said his favorite plays were the sweeps, and he gets outside. Watch for him to make the club at 2:19. And time was running out on Mike Ditka's tee time, so Snyder goes 12 for 12, throws it to the rookie tight end Eric Enot for the score.
You'd have to be impressed with the defensive showing, particularly at the second portion of the game here, of the intra-squad action at Platteville. But if I'm Coach Ditka, I'm not exactly delighted with the offense. You don't like to see when the defense is that dominant against your own top offensive team. And with the plays wrapped up, let's take you underneath the stands to the ad hoc locker room and talk to some of the new Bears youngsters. Feel your own defense might be a little susceptible to the play action?
You know, we ran a lot of good plays today as far as running the ball, and, you know, obviously they got to contend with that, and, you know, that's the first thing that they have to look for, and we ran some play-action plays today that I think are going to be real effective. I know they were real effective for the Bears last year, and I think that's going to be a major force of the offense.
How about your overall day to make an impact in the quarterback derby?
I'm very excited about how things turned out. You know, I've been waiting for a long time to get my opportunity to get under center, and, you know, I just have to realize that every chance that I do get to get under center, that I got to get better every time and make the plays, because I'm only going to get so many, and when Jim gets back into camp, they're going to get less and less, and like I said, I'm just fortunate to be able to have the opportunity to continue to make the plays when I do get the opportunity.
Is there a pressure-packed risk when you know that, you know, each play is so crucial to you?
There was in the beginning, I'd say a few years ago, but now I've kind of adjusted to it, and I realize that my role is going to be a certain part of the team, and if I can contribute and help out and get better, like I said, every time I get a chance, I've accepted that, and I realize now that that's my role, and by coming in as the third-string quarterback this year, hopefully I can move up, and that's what I'm gunning for, to go for the second-string job, knowing that Jim Harbaugh's got the first-string job, and Coach Dick has given him that, and Jim's done a lot to earn that, and so I'm just gunning all I can to become the second-string quarterback for the Chicago Bears.
You learned one crucial thing about NFL talent from this game. What did you learn?
It's on the whole, it's so much better. You know, you may be able to slip one guy, but then you have 3 or 4 other guys sitting there waiting for you, doing their job and more. And so you just have to try to be that much quicker.
This week's show has been brought to you by the Perfect Pitch Auto Repair Shop. They do it all at 108th and Kedzie.
Huck Finn, a great wide-ranging menu, along with donuts and ice cream. Open 24 hours at Archer and Damon, 67th and Pulaski, and 105th and Cicero.
Imprint Graphics, leaders in booklet, perfect bound, saddle stitch. Very competitive pricing. Call 708-396-1010.